again. Anyway, I'm not, I can't believe how much I split. Kind of dumb. I'm out of here. Anyway, I'm not, I'll just say this. I have to do disclaimers because people think, otherwise, okay, I'm just fly by night woodworker. All right. I don't have anything that I don't do. I'm a contractor for 40 years. I've built houses. I've done everything. Okay. So I've been working. So I know every aspect of building a house from the ground up. I know wood. I've been spent many years with people. I don't want to say learning the trade, but many people in the past have helped me out. Not so much by schooling, but give me a chance to do something. And the reason I'm talking today is because um, it seems to be a dying thing. It's it's dying because everybody is so worried about their own job or their own skid, they don't want to help anybody. And Mike Rowe on Dirty Jobs, a famous guy that does those shows, well, here's the thing. He's got a point that nobody else seems to be taking up. There are people like myself that are not college people. I went to college, I hated it. I mean, there was a point I did have some classes and instructors that were great, but there's other things I didn't like. It didn't get me anywhere anyway, you know. And this is the one thing I had to say to the other kids out there that aren't as smart as some of the other ones. Don't let anybody push you around. You can go to a junior college like I did and do something. But the bottom line is, the trades are open. You can make a great amount of money off of it. It just takes time. And the reason I say this is because everybody sees when you go and pounding nails, you can go work for an electrician or go work for a contractor, learn the trades like I did. Hopefully, you do a little research and get in with somebody that knows that's really good contractor. Um, I like doing the things I do. I don't do them all the time anymore. There's two reasons for that. One is my lungs, had enough dust. The other one is I'm retired. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to beat myself to the ground. That's the reason why I retired. Turning used to be my love of life. Now I don't care. I do make furniture and burn houses once in a while and stupid things like that. But um, why do I have a channel then if I'm not gonna? You're right. Why do I have a channel? Nobody's learning anything. Everybody that watches me, I get responses. I think Dan's my only true fan on there. Dan Smith, Trucker Dan. Um, Maybe Mary Pat, Greg, but and my wife, Eileen. But other than that, nah. So I've put myself out there a number of times. I see there's like one person watching me. One. I don't even think there's one anymore. Oh, there's five, but they don't want to talk. Well, that's just fine. Um. Anyway, as far as me doing anything like today, nah, done. I'm retired, man. I don't want to do a squat. And my friend Dean does the same thing. We're just kind of like, I like to sit on the front porch, either drink coffee in the morning or drink my favorite beverage in the evening with my drinking buddies, and that's it. That's all I care about. Watching the day go by. Oh yeah, and I tell people from this from time to time. Take 30 seconds out of your life, and I mean this. 30 seconds, go out in the forest preserve or the woods or someplace quiet. Get away from society. Because that's the problem, society. And just kind of listen. Shut your eyes and just listen. Even if you're sitting in your car, turn your car off, turn the radio off. Just sit there and listen to birds chirping. We got to do that more often, people, because you're all going nuts. You're all driving each other nuts. We hate each other. We can't do anything right anymore. It's just pounding the other. If you're a lefty, the righty goes after you. If you're a righty, the lefty goes after you. Politics is corrupt, people. That's the other thing. Politics is no good. You or I can't do anything about it, so forget it. All you can care about is your family and your friends and nature. And you know what I miss the most, guys? Is taking pictures. I dropped the ball in a picture gig because I didn't think I was. Well, it wasn't that I knew I was good enough, but nobody was buying pictures because everybody's got the same camera anymore on their phones. So, and I have expensive equipment. So does my wife. So I might drop the whole woodworking gig and just turn this into something other than woodworking. Because right at this point, I really despise, I don't know, the way things have gone the last couple of months of my life. It's just, no. I need a fresh start. And I do appreciate all of you for watching my antics, but I think you all get bored with watching me turn eggs and glue a bunch of wood together. I mean, I could show you how to do things on lathes, but so can thousands of other people better than me. So, I always laugh. I always laugh because I was the one that everybody looked at me and said, "Well, you're too cheap. You do everything with recycled wood." Yeah, you're right. And the reason I do that is because I save money. I've got a stack of wood here a mile high, and they're all expensive wood. But you know what? I have no desire to cut them up. They're just going to sit here and get warped. So I might be selling that. I got to the point where I want to sell this thing now. So this will go. I'd like to sell the whole thing with all my tools on there so I don't have to worry about separating stuff. But yeah. But I know people want to separate it, so if I sell the lathe, I'll probably just sell it like this, and then sell the tools separate, sell everything else separate, because I'm done. And just stick with what I know best. Yes, I do enjoy hiking. One of the you look, I'm the Jeff of all trades. I'm a master of none. Okay, I spent like 8-10 years with the Forest Service. I used to hike all the time through crashing bushes, and I'm not talking trailers. When I was a firefighter, it was crashing bushes in every direction you could think of, in every kind of slope. Where I was at, it was pretty steep. Um, you hike up five or six steps and you fall back four. That's the kind of stuff. And anyway, I love hiking a trail. I used to hike in the high Sierras when I lived in California. I was in the high Sierras a lot. Um, Hiking is one of the things I like to do the most. There's a lot of trails where I'm at. There's one across the street from me. I just hit it and go for. It's probably a couple miles worth, but still, it's fun. But and then the other thing is too, when I'm out in the woods, it's quiet. Nobody can bother you. I can't bother nobody. You ever get to that mode where it just seems like you can't please anybody? So I don't know. It get I just again I get to the point where my biggest problem there, and this is what happens is what happened to me, and I don't want to go into the details. It's kind of one of those things where it's an ego trip. Okay, so the guys that are running this thing one guy who's got a bigger ego decided he wanted to overrule me, and that's what he did. Fine, whatever. But it's all about like who can do this better. It's not about how you get there. It's not about showing people how you get there. It was about, oh, I can do it better than you. So therefore I should be the boss type of thing. That's it. And I refuse to cave into that ego thing because I don't give a crap. I mean, all my friends that know me on here know what I'm talking about. So, but then that's all I got is friends and family on here. If I'm lucky, I got five. I think what I have five of you guys on here, and a new person. Whoa, thank you. I realize I'm up to 180 people for subscriptions. Wow. When the next guy that does the same thing, he's got 1,000 subscriptions, and I'm not charging people. Everybody else is. So what's the difference? I mean, I don't get that gig. I bet you if they had a lot of money and I was buying the tools for everybody, oh, I wouldn't have a problem, would I? No. And win the next lotto, people would suck up to me as fast as they could. Nope. Be like a plunger in a toilet. Anyway, just so you know, if this channel disappears, my whole idea is to change it to something else. I'm probably going to end up being, like I said, Jeff's Garage. Again, the woodworking gig doesn't get me anywhere. I make a holy mess of this thing. It's a lot of work to take care of stuff, and I'm just not in it. I'd rather be working on my Mustang. So, with that note, don't be surprised if the Dutchmans wood shack is gone. So, to all my friends who do woodworking, God bless you guys. You're way better than me. And someday, maybe, if I feel like getting back into it, will. But nah, I'm done. So you guys have a great one. It's Wednesday, hump day. You're on your way down to the weekend. So enjoy your weekend. God bless.